What's up, YouTube? It is Luke Waters back again with another YouTube video. And today we got a video I've wanted to make for a couple of months now, but I think now is the appropriate time to discuss it now that I've had the G8 for quite some time. This is a story on how I bought my Pontiac G8 GT for $3,000. So it all started back in 2019. Me and my girlfriend would always go for walks in the neighborhood, and we'd always walk past this house where this Pontiac G8 always used to sit. It sat underneath a tree, and it just never moved. It just sat there, and I kept walking past it as we're going on walks, and I'm like, man, the car just doesn't move. And I kind of said this in my head. I didn't really say anything to my girlfriend at the time, and she really likes to look at the G8. She has a 7th generation Grand Prix, which she's absolutely in love with, and that's probably the closest thing you can compare this to when it comes to exterior and interior looks and stuff. And she says, yeah, it's a pretty sharp looking car, you know, and I keep walking past it. I'm like, man, that'd be kind of cool to have two Holdens in the driveway. Looking at it, I keep walking past it. I'm just staring at it, you know. I even driving through the neighborhood, coming home late night from dinner. I told the old lady, I said, man, I need to see if this thing's for sale. It just sat, it never moved. And it took me about a year to finally write down on a piece of paper, which I don't have, unfortunately. But on this piece of paper, it basically said, hi, my name is Luke Waters. Is this car for sale? If so, please call XXXXXXX. And not even a day later, sure as shit, I got a text message from this guy saying, yeah, the Pontiac G8's for sale. So I text him for a couple days, and I'm kind of going back and forth with him, and I kind of see what he wants for it. He shoots me an offer, and obviously I kind of sit on it for a day. I send another counter offer, and eventually we come to agreement on a price. I initially backed out of buying the Pontiac G8, mostly because the Caprice wasn't done. I got a dirt bike I haven't even touched still that I have to fix. And then just like at the time I was working on the house too, I just felt like I had way too many projects to do, and I just didn't feel like I had the time, or it was a smart financial move to be buying this Pontiac G8. Now initially when I bought the G8, I thought of it as like a flip. I could buy it, flip it, sell it. Unfortunately, I've kind of fallen in love with the car, so I'm probably gonna keep it. Like I said, I remember my girlfriend telling me specifically, she says, you've been talking about this for a year. You finally made an offer, you finally talked to the guy, you came to an agreement on a price, and you're just now going to back out of buying this car. She basically said, get your butt to the bank, get the money, and bring this car home. You've been talking about it for so long. And, you know, I listened. I was like, you know what? Screw it. You know what? Screw it. I am going to buy this car. And, I remember the buying process being so tedious. Like, I was so excited to bring the car home, but he wanted to write up a bill of sale, and he wanted to do all this stuff, which I 100% agree upon. It was the first time this guy was selling a used vehicle, and you could tell he was kind of nervous about it. And you know what? That's fine if you want to write up a bill of sale, but this guy was like teasing me for a week because I had the cash in hand. I could literally walk to it and just pick it up and bring it home, but he wanted to get a bill of sale written up and make sure everything was legit, which I was okay with. I wanted him to be comfortable too. The price we finally agreed on was $3,000. It started off kind of high, but I kind of talked him down to $3,000 because I talked about how the rust spot, and obviously the rust in the fender, that still needs fixed. The rocker panels are pretty rusty. The rear cradle's pretty rusty, but the rear cradle's easy. I could drop that down, you know, blast it and paint it and make it look nice, which is going to be for a future video. Stay tuned. And if you've been keeping along with the G8 build on my channel, you will know that this car was not perfect at all. I've had to do a cam swap already, which was a big expense. That cost me about $500. That's the most I've put into this car so far. And now with the front end, I've had to do brand new brake calipers, brand new brakes, both inners and outer tie rods, not on just the driver's side, but on the passenger side as well. It's completely shot, so those got to be changed. It's going to need an alignment. Basically, the best part about this car is it came with brand new tires. That was pretty much the best thing about it. So, getting into this is like the first car I kind of bought with the mindset of flipping, but I don't think I can sell it. I've kind of fallen in love with it. I think it's going to stay in the family for quite a while. If anything, I'll probably sell the Buick in the spring and then have the G8 be the Buick's replacement. Mostly because I've been driving 3000s for so long. They will always have a special place in my heart, and one day I will buy a nicer one when I have more space. But the current plan now is to fix the Regal up to sell, and then just keep the G8, whatever money I sell on the Buick, put down the G8, pay the G8 off, and enjoy it and drive it. It was pretty nerve-wracking going to the bank and getting a loan for this car, and knowing that I already had another loan for another car, and making these payments, but I'm very happy I went through with it. It's pretty nice having this car here. It gives me something to do in the wintertime, keeps me out of the house, keeps me busy, keeps me on my toes with working on cars, and it's been great content for YouTube. I hope you guys have been enjoying the G8 videos I've been posting. I've been posting the G8 a crap ton. When spring and summer comes around, you'll see probably a lot more of the Caprice. I just can't do anything with it. It's too cold outside. It's not home, and it doesn't really need anything. All it needs is a new set of tires, but other than that, it's ready to drive. And like I said, with the weather right now, it's actually, there's a winter weather advisory outside, so I couldn't drive it anyway. But yeah, that is how I acquired my Pontiac G8 for $3,000. And I've had a lot of people ask me, oh, how did you get such a good deal? You know, you must have gotten so lucky. No, it was just right place, right time. The guy was actually, the only reason that guy didn't sell it or drive it, he bought another car and he was going to list it for sale, but COVID happened. And I kind of messaged him about the summer of COVID when it first happened. And things were starting to calm back down. He goes, yeah, well, I was going to post it online, but yeah, if you want first dibs, go for it. And at first, I didn't jump on it, but I'm very glad my girlfriend persuaded me to buy this car because it's been such a good experience. It's been a good learning experience, and I've had a bunch of fun fixing it up. And obviously, the car runs great now. I just got to do some suspension work, fix the rust, and it's good to go. But for the future of the G8, on what I want to do with it, I've debated on turning it into a drift car. Ironically, fixing the body and then choosing to drift it would be kind of pointless, but obviously I don't want it to be rusty, and I haven't seen too many drifting Pontiac G8s, and I think it'd be a really cool build to do. Or make it the ultimate daily driving vehicle. It's got an LS3 Camaro cam. You know, I want to do a muffler delete and some other performance stuff to it. And it just runs and drives so nicely. Especially now that I'm fixing the front end to get it realigned because the wheel was kind of off when I bought it. And I knew it needed an alignment when I bought it. But now it definitely needs one after doing all the suspension work to it. I'm debating on just doing the control arms on there too. And maybe the strut mounts just to get it all done. I don't have to worry about anything. But it's been a good learning experience. And yeah, guys, a lot of people ask me, you know, how did you get such a good deal? Just keep your eyes open, man. And if you see a car that's been sitting, leave a note. The worst they can say is no or not respond. And I am glad my girlfriend pushed me to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk. I got a couple more stories I want to post on YouTube about my car experiences, and this is one that's probably the most relevant and recent as well. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been Luke Waters, and I'll see you guys in the next video.